Just finished watching Making the Cut episode 1 on Amazon Prime, and I'm very pleasantly surprised with this show so far. I'm loving the overall format, the overall feel. It's fantastic to have Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn back on a fashion show together. I really just felt like their absence was really felt in the last season of Project Runway. And I just love the energy that Heidi Klum and Tim Gunn bring to the the fashion world, I guess, in general. Some other things about this show is I really enjoyed that it wasn't as much about the time crunch, like so many other shows, whether it be cooking, sewing, doesn't matter. It always feels like there's this huge, enormous time crunch, and I really felt like our designers were given more time. They sent all their designs to seamstresses overnight so that then they came back in the morning to completed or partially completed garments. And I really feel like that just frees up so much more room to have the designs be what everyone is judged by, and that should be the whole point of the show. This isn't, I mean, time management is still a factor, but I always feel like it's silly when, you get 4 hours in the workroom and then that's it. If you're not done, you're not done. You have to do all the sewing yourself, even though we're here to judge you on your designing. So I just thought that was overall just a great way for the show. It really felt like this show had a just an elevated feel over other fashion shows I've watched recently, and I really enjoyed it. On top of all that, the $1 million prize is substantial. Plus, having their designs launched on Amazon every week, a mentorship on top of this, and the focus isn't just, hey, you're really great at this. It's you're really great at this, and we can see you making a huge business out of this. So yeah, I just am loving that overall feel of the show. And let's get into the what actually happened. I didn't totally agree with the winners today. G Wan, I do really like her designs. You can immediately tell, like even like on episode 1, not knowing anything about the designers, just hearing a quick little background of them, you immediately know which design is hers. You immediately know which models she dressed, and I think that is just a really big way to separate yourself in this show, positively or negatively. There was another contestant, Martha, who also you can immediately tell which models she dressed, but she that actually like worked against her a little bit today because her outfits are just loud and bright and kind of girly a little bit, and it just did not really translate well. Whereas G1, she's got a more streetwear, sophisticated style that the judges really responded to well. Yeah. So G was, I guess, second place today, and our winner was Esther. And I was a little shocked by this. I thought we had a lot of really good looks go down the runway today. I thought Sabato would have been in contention there at the top. He just had two very clean, sleek looks. Maybe his two looks were too similar to each other to really get him onto the top. But yeah, Esther was our winner, and Esther happens to be the only contestant who was really slammed by the time crunch. She sent her second look off to the seamstress on the second night and came back, and it just was not what she wanted. So Esther spends 2 hours whipping up this new look that ends up landing her on the top. Esther is very much black on black on black. That is her aesthetic. That's what she does. She wants a little bit rock and roll, a little bit avant-garde, a little bit style and fashion. So she's got like a nice blend going on there, and all the other contestants really seem to all immediately, even before the show starts, kind of put her up on an elevated platform. So she is probably going to be one of the main contenders in this show. So our bottom now was really Martha and Jasmine. I just felt Jasmine was a total mess, start to finish here. Her accessible look that was supposed to be the look that you sell, that gets listed on Amazon, it just felt so cheap and poorly made to me. Like, I was watching with my wife and I said, I have no design experience, I have no sewing experience, and I know if given 2 days, I could put something of that caliber down a runway. And that is just not acceptable. It really just felt like a piece of fabric thrown on her model, and her message was just did not come through. Like, I didn't realize what her message was until she explicitly said. And what her message is that she is designing in a size fluid manner, so that anyone, any body shape, any body size, body type, just could throw on her outfit and it looked great on them. And not just a specifically tailored to that size. She means anyone, one size fits all. So it is a cool idea, cool message, but did not read at all whatsoever in what she sent down the runway. And it ends up with her going home. One thing to mention here is they said that there is no set amount of people that have to go home each week. It could be one, it could be two, it could be zero. It doesn't matter. It's whoever they feel isn't stepping up to the plate and isn't going to have a shot at winning, they're going to axe and they're going to send home. So Jasmine was our first sent home. I think this was well deserved. Her runway look was really just some sheer fabric on a model. It was described as being tasteless and was repeatedly mentioned that the judges did not want to be seeing what they were seeing in regards to various body parts of the model walking down the runway. This was something that she was concerned about right off the bat and then just never really addressed. She just ran that model out there in the sheer look, and it really was totally counter to what her brand message is, and that is what landed her in the hot seat and headed home. So yeah, really liking this season so far. Sander has had some wild looks. Sabato had like this very clean, liquidy, sexy kind of vibe. A few of our other designers, not kind of striking some blanks on some names here. I think the one guy's name was Will, like was not on board with what he was sending down the runway. And overall, I just am really enjoying this show and can't wait to hop into episode 2. So thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go watch episode 2 and I will be back pretty soon.